Federal Hill. Don Jose's on Federal Hill. Everybody's familiar with Federal Hill. Little Italy, you think about, you see the stripes, the parades, the Italian restaurants. Don Jose's is not a stranger to Federal Hill.
We're not.
At all. Tell us a little bit, first, tell us a little bit about Don Jose's for us.
Oh, Don Jose's is a very authentic Mexican restaurant. It's authentic because it's from scratch. Everything is fresh, it's done in the back, and we have the front of the house and back of the house. We all get along great, and we just are all happy to be there.
So, in my perception, and I've been here since before Don Jose's opened up, which is, we're going to talk about that in just a second, but it's a destination to go to Don Jose's on Federal Hill. Because
It is.
And when you think about Federal Hill, it's become this melting pot, which originally
It
the
is.
Italians always called us a melting pot. There's more than just Italian restaurants up there. Granted, there's some of the best Italian restaurants in the country, I believe, that are up there. But Don Jose's, and we have a special thing tonight, right?
Yes, we do.
It's our anniversary, 17 years.
17 years. So,
Yeah.
chef, 17 years?
17 years.
That's amazing.
Actually, we started really small. Back in '94 on Plainfield, it used to be like a taco place.
Yeah.
Then we found a much bigger location, better location, in a better neighborhood.
When did you come to Federal Hill?
Back in 2000.
In 2000. So you've been at Federal Hill for 17
17
years.
17
I mean, so that's amazing. So when you think about it, and you think of the history and character of Federal Hill, Don Jose's has lasted longer than some of the other restaurants at Federal Hill. Truthfully, to think about it that way.
We've done good.
So
just
I've always been a big fan of
consistent.
you guys, and that's why it was exciting for me to think about this when I was thinking about Spanish and Mexican and all that to try to bring you in. And really what I want to do is reacquaint people and give them an idea of some of the stuff you've had and what you've accomplished over 17 years. So one of the questions I have for you is, has it stayed consistent? Has it been that you're having this wonderful re-education of constantly bringing people in and doing it? One of the things that I've noticed is when I've come into Don Jose's is that I brought a guest in that hadn't been there before. And next thing I knew, they were texting me or sending me a message that
Yes.
they brought someone else in. That seems to be a reoccurring theme, right?
We've been very consistent. And
This is
our employees,
everything.
they've been with us for 13, 14, 15 years. I've been there since we opened. So that's one of the main things. Consistency in the food and the authenticity.
The authenticity. So the authenticity is really important.
Yeah,
It's
it's
everything
everything.
fresh,
It's like
yeah.
from the moment you step there, you speak to our hostess, the friendly staff approaches you, the food, the drinks.
So I definitely want to get to the drinks because we've got some
Yes.
eye openers here. But tell me, step in here. Tell me what you brought me here. What did you bring me here?
This is a molcajete. It's a volcanic rock
This is our
ball.
nice mixed grill.
It's actually one of my creations in the restaurant. And it's typically used in Mexico to make the sauces.
Chef
So-
Tony, can you see this? Because this thing is like amazing.
Heavy, I know, it's a
That's
little heavy.
wonderful.
So this one goes all together on the grill. And it's a sirloin, grilled sirloin,
Sirloin.
steak,
Okay.
and chicken breast, chorizo, shrimp, fresco cheese.
That's
Mhm.
good cheese?
Shrimp
Yeah,
fresco.
queso
Oh my
fresco.
God.
Very tasty.
Say that again. Queso fresco.
Queso
So
fresco,
step back to
that's
Salute.
the
So I want
word.
everybody.
It's
better
queso
looking than
fresco.
all.
It's
It's
the
better looking
best
than both
way.
of us. You got to see it. So,
And you can have it with any sauce you like, medium, mild, or spicy.
Oh, don't
And-
forget the cactus.
And the cactus,
Fresh
of course,
cactus.
fresh cactus,
Cactus.
so
Mhm.
right here.
so I love your food, and one of the things I have to say from an accommodation standpoint is I'm not big on spice. I can't handle heavy, spicy things.
Oh.
But your staff has always been phenomenal with that. I mean, I've sat at the bar, I've sat at the tables, and they're like, no worries, you know,
Yeah.
don't worry about it, and they bring it out, and it's perfect,
Yeah.
absolutely perfect. So this is absolutely an original dish, which we're going to make sure we take
Yeah,
a
and
picture of.
then
and
you
post
have
it
your
later.
nice chipotle sauce underneath for you to scoop
So
it
I can
up
see
and
the
do your
sauce
own
in there.
taquitos,
Right there.
however you like. And you can have that to your preference. Mild, medium, or spicy. And it's good either way.
Unbelievable.
And of
I-
course, fresh tortillas.
Oh, see now this is all me. These tortillas, I
Yeah.
take I'm the guy that likes to meld everything into one bite. So these things are the best to me. I would take bits and pieces of all this
Yeah,
and put it right
that's
there.
how
and
it, that's how it is. That's
I
how
put
it
it
works.
down.
That's how you-
That's however you want to.
Absolutely
And
phenomenal.
with that, you just gotta have a good margarita with that.
All right, so let's talk about the bar because this is what always happens to me when I go in there. So obviously you've heard from earlier, I'm a wine guy.
Yeah.
So I go into there and I don't become a wine guy anymore.
No.
I end up having 2 or 3 margaritas. Uber, thank you very much. So let's talk about the margaritas and let's talk about the tequila because it's an authentic, again, keeping with the tradition of what's there. And I know people that have gone there that originally went there for the drinks
Yeah.
and now fell in love with your food.
Yes.
So talk to us about the bar and what you do for the margaritas.
Oh,
and
our
such.
bar is very extensive. We have margaritas, sangrias, martinis, beers, everything you can imagine. We have it there. We have a large variety of tequilas, over 150. That goes
150.
to blancos, reposados, añejos, the extra añejos. good.
keep track
It's
of
a-
150 tequilas?
It's a great variety. And we have tequila tastings every 4 months, so you should keep an eye on that
Okay,
on
so this is
Facebook.
something you need to hear.
Yes.
Tony and I are going to go have a tequila tasting.
Yes.
We had a pizza bet, which I lost, so now I got to take Tony over there. We're going to do a tequila tasting.
Mhm.
You got that, Tony?
You gotta go.
We're going to do a tequila tasting.
Go to the table.
So every 4 months you do a tequila tasting?
We try to do it like every
Yeah.
3 or 4 months, and probably more often.
Yes.
So it's educational.
Yes,
it
It's
is,
very
it is.
educational to do it.
Yeah, since like back in the 80s, Italian restaurants started doing the Italian the wine tastings.
Right, yep.
Now I'm doing tequila tasting there.
But that's fantastic
Because-
because it's the same thing with wine. Is it, truthfully,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know where to start. So
Just
the
to educate
fact that you
people
do that.
about how to
Yeah.
combine, mix drinks, and how to.
So where can they find it? Do you guys launch that on the website? How do you make
We
that
do.
known?
We have our own website. Go to Don Jose Tequilas on Facebook. Become our friends.
And I
you
put them
know,
out there all over the place, so
Yes,
they're all over
thank
my
you.
stuff. So
And you know, keep coming to the restaurant. We always let everybody know what's going on, what's ahead, and you know, we try to advertise as much as we can in anything.
Well-
So people would know, and we know word of mouth. It's better.
and you got, like I said, you guys have become a fixture. So in a couple weeks, I'm going to be talking about legacy restaurants. So legacy restaurant to me is someone that's been around 15 years or longer,
Yes.
and you guys have met
Yes.
exceeded
17 years.
that goal, which is
We meet
fantastic.
that goal. Yes.
So congratulations to you,
Thank
because
you.
that's
Thank you.
not an easy achievement by
It's
any
not.
means. No matter what your style of restaurant is,
It's
that's not an
not.
easy achievement.
It's not easy.
So Roberto, when I stopped in the other day and got a chance to talk to you, I want to talk a little bit about these 17 years, because it's amazing. I didn't expect you tonight. I'm very grateful that you're here, and I appreciate that, because I know that you got to prepare for this evening. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing this evening to celebrate the 17 years.
Yeah, we're celebrating our 70th anniversary. We invite everybody to be at the restaurant. We're offering a free appetizer. And here we have mariachis from 6 to 8.
6 days.
6 to 8.
So 6 days. So you still got time. If you want to go there tonight to celebrate 17
yes,
years,
you gotta go.
they'll educate you on some tequila, they'll get a free appetizer, you get some of this. So how, and this is a question that's been on my mind for probably, I've been going there since you opened, so how did you guys select to be on Federal Hill? What made you want to go up to Federal Hill?
Tough question. Even when we had our first review, the lady was telling me crazy. This is an Italian neighborhood.
Your first review, they told you were crazy coming up to the hill.
But since I used to work in many restaurants around Rhode Island, and I know the neighborhood, I had many friends telling me like, "How come you don't open a Mexican restaurant? There are none, and if there are, they're no good. Try something,
Right.
You have a good idea, of what you do." So I talked to my mother-in-law, my wife, and we came up with the idea.
And you ventured up to the hill.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
ventured up the hill. And I mean, 17 years later, you're at a tremendous success point. So
Thank
I mean,
you.
that's an
thank
awesome
you.
thing.
It was very
So
good.
one of the other things I have to say from the standpoint of the food is that there isn't anything on the menu that you can't find a link. So let me reword that. So if you go there and you're concerned that yes, you like margaritas and you're worried about Mexican food and that, like I said earlier about the spiciness and such, is one of my experiences been with you guys is that there's something on your menu that everyone can eat.
Yes.
So let's talk about that a little bit, because just in this alone,
Mhm.
chicken, shrimp, chorizo, steak, the cooked cheese, which I'm in love with, I could eat all of this, but for someone coming there, I can't do the chorizo, it's too spicy, I think.
Yeah.
Your menu's got a great variety.
We do. We got food for vegetarians, for gluten-free people.
Okay, so that's extremely
for
important.
kids,
Seafood.
So,
for people that love steak, that love seafood.
okay, so
You
those
just
two
gotta
things
come.
I want to touch on. So,
Mhm.
and this is something that gets said about coming to Federal Hill with families
Yeah.
and such as like that. I've been there and I've seen kids all over the place.
Oh yeah.
At Jose's. And also the gluten-free. So Kate, who's here, was one of my,
Mhm. Yeah.
she's gluten-free. So that's become a big thing with people
Oh,
that
yes.
do it. So from the Mexican style, you guys can prepare for that?
Mhm.
Oh yes,
Do that?
yeah.
See, that's a truly wonderful thing.
Yeah.
What would you say are probably some of the most popular dishes on the menu?
Oh, we have so many.
This one is one very
The
popular.
molcajete,
Molcajete very popular.
the
Say it again.
burrito.
Say it again.
Molcajete.
Molcajete.
Molcajete, it's the original name of this. It comes from back, the Aztecs when they used to, muddle like salsas.
And
with
in
the
this
little-
dish, right?
This is lava stone,
Right.
little
Lava stone.
Yeah, that's why it's heavy. We do our
And you
workout
can
when
take
we
it-
When you bring it to the
when we bring
table.
it to the table.
What are some of the other things that you think, Chef, that are mostly?
We also have, fajitas.
Yep.
They're very popular. Enchiladas, and our seafood. We do also do a seafood platter
platter.
right on the molcajete. It comes out nice and hot with mussels, clams, and shrimp. It comes out bubbling like.
Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't had that, but I've seen it come to the table next to me, and it's amazing. So from the tequila tastings, you can still get a good glass of wine there, because I have to be honest, I have done
Yes.
that. But there's also from that, is that with the margaritas that your staff is, and I think, Julianne, I've had people tell
Yes.
me that you've done the same thing, is that you can kind of educate people from
Yes,
that
we
perspective
do.
about what they want to have. If there's a
Mhm.
difference between the tequila or what they want to have in the margarita. There's so
Yeah.
much you can do with tequila. I
Mhm.
get lost with it. But is that something all the staff's comfortable? Everybody comes in and
Oh
make sure
yeah,
they're trained
we're all
to do?
good with that. Sometimes people, they just need to nod their heads, and we already know what they're gonna drink, what they're gonna get for appetizer or an entree. We're like, you want this? Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
so that's a good question. So let me
Mhm.
ask that. So I know how to pair wine with
Yeah.
food, and I just learned about Spanish wines right before you. Is there ways to pair tequila with food? Is there certain flavors or certain things that you can do to
Certain ones, but if you love tequila, you just love it with whatever you like.
Whatever.
Usually
That's
after
what
the
it is.
meal, it's
Yeah.
more
We have
appropriate.
those
more
sipping
appropriate after
tequilas.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
you have a few margaritas or
Mhm.
margarita with your meal, and then you want to have like after.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of like the after dinner drink to
Mhm.
kind of digest and bring it
Yeah.
back.
Yes,
the pull shot.
but before everything, you can't forget about our fresh guacamole. Oh,
Oh,
my goodness.
guacamole.
Our people that do that, our servers, it's so good.
So my
It's
wife
so
is in
good.
love with guacamole.
Yes.
It's like her, and she goes with the
Uh-huh.
seasonal thing. So she goes into this whole seasonal thing, and the guacamole has to be everywhere.
Yes.
So is there different variations of the guacamole how you serve it, or is it one set
We
style?
always ask people if they like it, spicy. We ask them if the condiments that are going to be put in, it's okay. And most people say, put it all in.
Put it all in.
Put it all in.
Fresh
Yeah,
made on
that's
the
what they
table.
want. Yes, that's the best
Really?
way
Yes.
to eat it. Yes.
Just right at the table.
Unless you're allergic to avocados, but other than that, you gotta try it.
So does the menu for you guys because it goes seasonally? Is there seasonal changes with it?
We should make a few changes, but usually I work with specials on a
Mhm.
daily basis.
Okay.
Specials
So
on
I
the
always have
weekends.
different specials, if you're starting from the ceviche, from
Ceviche.
steak.
So there's additions that come to the menu on a
Yeah.
regular basis.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my last question for you, and this is, like, I
Mhm.
want to start eating this right now.
Yes.
It's amazing. So my last question, since I have you here, and I would have
Mhm.
actually added this from her perspective, but since I have you, what do you like to prepare? What's your favorite thing that you like to put out?
In the menu, Mexican food is
It's very extensive.
it's so many great sauces that you can just put any meal. So
Mhm.
mole is another very popular.
Oh, mole.
So we have the
What's
mole
the
sauce. Mole is a very authentic Mexican sauce. Actually, every state competes to make whoever makes the best sauce.
Okay.
It has 5 different kinds of chilies, and it's flavored with a little bit of chocolate.
Chilies and chocolate.
And chocolate.
Has a hint of it. A hint.
A hint of chocolate?
Yes.
Really?
So we have a meal on the menu which is stuffed chicken breast with chorizo,
Oh, it's very
poblano peppers, and cheese, and then the mole sauce on top.
For
All right, now
anyone
this is
that's
something I gotta
addicted
try.
to mole, they know what we're talking about.
That's amazing. So that's
Yes.
something that now I have a new thing on the list that I have to
Mhm.
try.
You have to try it.
So if you're out and about tonight, go stop by Don
Stop
Jose's.
Don
Even if
Jose's,
it's
yes.
this weekend, go celebrate with them their
Mhm.
17 years, because that is truly an amazing
Yes.
accomplishment. And I appreciate, from the perspective of being someone that loves food and drinking and everything, the education that you guys provide. So that's something I can't stress enough, and thank you for explaining it and bringing in the love of Stoneful. Is that's important with dining and drinking, is to be
Yes.
educated and to be able to have it.
Mhm.
So
I
thank
agree.
you guys so much for joining me today. I
Mhm.
really appreciate it. And I have to get a photo, because when I can't get a seat next time, I'm going to show a picture of these guys and say, this is fun.
Rick, don't forget about our Cinco de Mayo. It's around
Cinco
the
de
corner.
Mayo is like
Yes,
it's
when I
only a
extend
couple
that
weeks away.
invitation, yes.
Cinco de Mayo.
You
Didn't you
gotta
guys? Did you do
come.
something outside for Cinco de
We
Mayo?
close
right?
the street.
do.
The
It's great.
street right next to the
We
building.
have
We
live
close it.
music.
Kate, we have to go to Cinco
Right.
de Mayo, have gluten-free for you, and we'll Facebook Live from the street.
And you need to request off the
Because
next
I
day.
can't do Facebook. I can't do Facebook Live without Kate. If you haven't noticed yet,
Yeah,
so
we need to
that's
take
like-
you and Kate. We're
We'll
going.
go. We will absolutely go. I will be there, and you will see that on Facebook.
And it's on Friday, so
Instagram.
even better.
On a Friday.
Yeah, Cinco de
Friday,
Mayo is
this
on
is
Friday
on
this
Friday.
year, so it'll
And if
be
we can get nice
crazy.
weather like we're gonna get this weekend, we'll be in our
Oh,
glory.
it'll be awesome.
It's one of the biggest parties on the hill. believe
Yes.
me.
No, I
Yes.
believe it.
That's all you hear
I remember
about.
seeing the tent. You do like the tent outside there?
It's like a
outside,
concert
yeah.
outside. It's like
But
a concert.
we hope for better weather, so we don't need the
Mhm.
tent just in case it rains. But if it does rain,
You gotta come.
We should
Want
close the
good
street
drink,
for
good food?
we close the street.
Get over here.
Oh, that's
yeah,
excellent.
we decided street, we close it.
And we have ballet
So
parking.
Cinco de
so
Mayo.
don't worry.
Go to the hill. You'll have more fun.
Best party on the hill. believe
Yes.
me.
That's awesome.
Just
Thank
gotta
you guys
come.
so much for
Thank you.
enjoying.